All right, so the water pump, if you've been watching the previous videos, leaks from somewhere, not sure where. So gonna start it up and let it get warm, see where it leaks from. All right, it's been a minute since I have started this. Give it a few pumps, turn the ignition on, and make sure we're in neutral, because that would be bad. And we'll give her a roll start. Whew, she's rough. We'll try the double pumper. Aha! She's alive! Fuel has a little bit of a leak, the pump, on the top of the pump, so eventually I'll have to replace that as well. But anyway, we'll let this get warm and see where she's spilling from. Don't know if you can see or hear, but looks like that little guy right there. So that gasket's probably trashed. I got a new pump anyway, so we'll just replace it. This thing sprayed me in the face. Alright, so I don't remember where I bought this. Either eBay or Amazon, I'm not sure. GMB, not to be confused with GMC. Let's see what we got here. Gasket, it's always good. Got the pump. And let's just make sure it looks the same. All right, hard to tell. I won't know for sure until I get it off, but it looks like it's got the same port there. Yeah. And then that's where those two guys feed the pump, and the other one's leaking from one of those lower bolts, so I imagine once we get that installed, it'll be a-okay. All right, so I loosened the belt, or I'm sorry, the alternator bolt, the top bolt, to allow me to move that in so I could take the belt off, which I got off. And then took off this hose here, and then of course the lower radiator hose. And now I'm hoping I can get to those bolts, because getting to these fan bolts is not fun. So I don't want to ruin the radiator by slipping or slicing my hand and needing stitches. So we will just try to get to these bolts and remove the pump that way, and then take the fan off. All right, out with the old and with the new. We'll have to take that off. I don't know how long that's going to last. May need a new one of those, port. But yeah, same thing. They look identical in size. Looks like the belt will line up the same, so all good news. All right, so I've got the water pump here. I was checking out the bolt holes to make sure they didn't go into the passage here. It was leaking before out of a bolt hole. I'm thinking it's just the block, the way it's made. So I'll put some of this ultra red silicone high temp gasket maker on the bolts, and they may never come out again, but at least it'll be sealed. So we'll see how that goes. All right, I've scraped most of the gasket off of the mounting surface, so I'm going to just kind of go over it with the Scotch pad just a little bit, make sure I've got all the yummies off. How's that look? Yeah, that'll do for government work. All right, got the water pump in. Little gasket maker everywhere, but you know, it's kind of hard to fit between the radiator and the block. So all right, so I'm gonna let that sit just for a little bit before I torque it down. I'm gonna replace some of these hoses. I think they could be replaced. All right, so I've got the new hoses put in. I went ahead and cut this hose long enough to go to the heater core here. Probably leaks, so I will mess with that later. But anyway, that's the reason for the longer hose here. And quick sanity check. Looks like they line up. Fantastic. The next challenge will be to get the fan on. I hope I have enough room to get in there and put the bolts on, but there's no way I was going to put the pump on with the fan attached. So, all right, tally-ho. Well, fan bolts, they're a little tight to get to, but I was able to slip the fan in and get the bolts in. So now whether I can get a wrench in there to actually tighten them up, we shall see. All right, got the belt installed. The only thing that's holding me back right now is a hose clamp, because the one I had broke, so I gotta go get some more. But while I'm in here, the valve cover needs a gasket. So Andrew was kind enough to give me one. He did not put it on because he wanted to make sure it was oiling for me. I can guarantee it is definitely oiling. It's nice and oily up there. So yeah, I'm gonna do that while I'm out here and replace the little grommets that come with the kit in the lid. These are a little dried out. No big deal, pop those out, put it back on. All right, got the gasket on. Realized that the blue stripes go down because it doesn't fit otherwise. It's got these cutouts for the bolts, head bolts, and this cutout up here for the water housing, filler neck, whatever you want to call it, intake, sure. All right, bolt it up. All right, so I'm just going hand tight. It's actually on there pretty good. We'll see if that will keep the oil from leaking. It really wasn't leaking even without a gasket, but I also wasn't driving it very much either. So I found this interesting. Maybe Andrew did this, but looks like the compression for each cylinder. Looks like a 70, 90, 100, 190. I gotta look that up and see what's good for this motor. I think anything over 70 is fine. I mean, it's not like I'm racing this thing. It's more of a, I don't know, tractor engine. So whenever I get out of the Navy, I will probably just use this around the house. Maybe run to town, you know, Farm and Fleet, if we got one nearby. Harbor Freight, Tractor Supply. All right, she's running. I don't see any leaks. Let's check underneath, shall we? That's normal, I'm sure. But yeah, not leaking any fluids, so that's good. I think we're done here. At least with the water pump. Started running a little funny. I'm sure it might have something to do with this. A little brown in there. So I'll get those changed out. What I gotta check is it looks like it's just putting fuel into one of the bowls and not this one. I'm not familiar with this carb as much as others, so I'll have to look into that, and that'll be a different update. But as far as the water pump, good to go.